So welcome everybody. Go ahead and start in Shavasana, lying down for our yin practice today. Get comfortable, make sure you have a pillow nearby, a supportive pillow or two. And begin to let go of anything weighing on your mind. Just get connected to your body and your breath. And without any movement, just notice your toes and how they feel. And then notice the balls of your feet. Into your arches. Through your heels. Running over the tops of your feet now. Getting in touch with every sensation in the body, every inch of your body, how it feels. Start to explore. Wrapping the awareness around your ankles and Achilles. Up into your shins and calves. To the backs of your knees and kneecaps. Into your thighs and hamstrings. Are there any sensations there? To the area known as your center of gravity, your hips, pelvis, pubic bone, and glutes. Is there any stiffness or tightness or tension there? Just bring your awareness to it and breathe into these areas. And then notice your lower back and lower abdominals. And now your mid-back and stomach. And if you find that there's any tension or tightness in the stomach region, on your next inhale, breathe deeply into this area. And on the exhale, allow your body to soften and melt away into the floor. Notice your upper back and chest, following the natural rhythm of your breath. And notice how the rib cage expands and contracts with each breath in and each breath out. And then feel into your collarbones and shoulder blades. And note how they feel today too. To the tops of your shoulders. Down into your biceps and triceps. Elbows and elbow creases. Forearms and wrists. Tops of your hands and palms. Pinkies, ring fingers, middle fingers, index fingers, and thumbs. And then draw your focus to each fingertip and how it feels. Now become aware of your neck, the front, the back, and the sides. How does it feel? What does it feel like? And then notice your chin. Your lips. Now bring your attention to your lips and allow them to part open slightly. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth and notice how that releases your jaw, even though it may feel unnatural. Let's just loosen up the jaw a little bit here. Notice your cheeks, any sensations that might be there. Your nose. Eyelids. Temples. Ears. Forehead. Are you furrowing your brow? If you are, just relax as much as you can the muscles in the face. A lot of times when we're told to focus on a certain place in the body, the brow begins to furrow from concentration. You become present to the back of your skull, pressing down. And finally, the crown of your head. completely aware of every inch of your body and how it feels today in this moment. And while you're here in Shavasana, I offer up a quote to set the intention by Lao Tzu. To a mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. So as we flow through the yin practice today, holding postures for longer, allowing the body to fully accept and release into each posture, I'll call your attention to come back to the mind. If it started to wander or drift away and not be present right here, right now. Through some of these postures, they may be pretty intense, but that's why we focus on the breath to find the meditation, to clear the mind, so that everything around you, even the body, can surrender. And now take a deep inhale through your nose. Fill up your belly and your chest as much as you can, and then hold it at the top. Open mouth, exhale, release. One more, even deeper. Inhale through your nose, allow the body to expand fully. Open mouth, exhale. And then take a full body stretch. Point your toes, arms above your head. And then hug your knees into your chest. And if it feels good on your low back, you can rock side to side. We're going to come into a supine twist to start. Allow your knees to drop over to the right, but keep your shoulder blades down on your mat. Gaze can be up or to the left. Tee out or cactus the left arm out to the side, palm face up. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. We're already halfway there. So check back in with the mind. If it started to drift away, bring it back to the breath. That could mean counting each breath. Inhale 1, exhale 2, all the way up to the number 10. Or maybe you feel the body and where you feel the breath the most and focus on that. And then bring your head back to center. Bring your knees back to center and hug them in. Rock side to side once more. And then coming into the other side, allow the knees to drop to the left for a supine twist. Press the shoulder blades down into your mat. Gaze up or to the right. Tee out or cactus the right arm, palm face up. We're going to be here 2 minutes. We've just passed the halfway point, so check back in with the mind. Come back to the breath. And then bring your head back to center and bring your knees back to center. Hug them in and rock side to side if it's comfortable. And then grab your pillow, your supportive pillow. And we're going to come into a variation of supported fish pose. So you're going to want the pillow long ways on your mat, right where your back is going to be. So the length of your spine. And then come down onto your back. Allow your head to dip towards the back of the room. Allow your gaze to dip towards the back of the room. Your legs are straight. Your arms rest beside you, maybe palms face up. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes. And in this posture, we're just opening up the chest, something that we often don't do daily. So you may even take this opportunity to take full deep breaths. Expand the capacity of each inhale and see how long each exhale can be. We only have about 25 more seconds. If the mind has started to drift away again, bring it back to the breath. Find the meditation. And then start to bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Use your elbows and forearms to lift your body up. And set the pillow to the side or nearby. Coming to a seat, bring the soles of your feet together, knees open wide for Baddha Konasana. And just fold forward. Wherever you end up, allow your head and neck to relax. If the stretch is a little too intense, you can walk your feet out a bit. If it's not intense enough, walk your feet in. We're going to hold here for 2 minutes. So now we're kind of counteracting the posture that we just did, the fish pose, by opening up the chest, coming into almost a back bend. And now this one, we're starting to concave and go the other direction, opening up the back. We're approaching the halfway point. So bring the mind back to the breath. I think my dog is having some dreams, so if you hear something, that's what it is. And slowly lift yourself back up. Maybe take your legs out long and just give them a little shake. And then we're going to come into a variation of child's pose. So grab your pillow again. Place it in front of you as if you're going to be laying your torso on it, long ways again. Bring your knees as wide as your mat and big toes touch behind you. Sink your hips onto your heels and move that pillow as close as you need. It can be touching it right in between your legs. And then you're just going to kind of hug it. Place your body down and place your head off to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And we're just going to hold again for 2 minutes here. And whichever direction your head is facing, turn it the other way now that we're at the halfway point. And then begin to walk yourself back up. We're going to come back into child's pose. Just remove the pillow from underneath you. Just set it aside. And this time we're going to thread the needle. So keep the left arm long. Take the right arm underneath the left arm. Palm face up. Right cheek and right shoulder down to your mat. And you can stay here or you can wrap the left arm around your low back for a half bind. We're going to be here for 2 minutes as well. Back to the breath if the mind has started to wander. And if you've taken the half bind, bring the left arm back down to center. And then bring the right arm back to center. Find your child's pose and allow the blood to flow back into the right arm. And notice the difference between your right shoulder and your left shoulder. The right should feel a bit looser. So to even it out, let's take the left arm under the right arm. Left cheek and shoulder to your mat, left palm facing up. You can stay here or take the right arm around the low back for a half bind. Hold here for 2 minutes. Check in with your mind, come back to the breath. Get comfortable in the stillness. If you've taken the bind, bring the right arm back to center. And then bring the left arm back, find your child's pose. Allow the blood to flow back into the left limb. And then come up to center. We're going to come into everybody's favorite toe stand. I know, but admit it, it feels good after. So let's tuck our toes. Anne's shaking her head at me. Let's tuck our toes and sit onto your heels, sitting up tall. 2 minutes here, you guys. You can rest your hands in your lap or alongside you or in prayer at your heart. This is a good one to focus on the breath. Use that mindfulness meditation. We're opening up meridian lines in the feet. Once we come out of this posture, it will allow fresh oxygenated blood to reach the extremities, your toes. It's really good for your circulation. We're already halfway there. Just 20 more seconds. That's just a few deep breaths, you guys. And slowly bring your hands down in front of you. Untuck your toes. You'll feel very intense, and then just lightly maybe tap the tops of your feet behind you. Let the blood flow back in. And now we're going to come into hero's pose. So bring your knees together as much as you can, and bring your feet out wide. So you're creating almost like a V shape with the knees being the focal point, and then the feet come out to the side. So you sit your bum in between your feet. And if you need, you can place a pillow underneath you. This is why I also recommended maybe 2 pillows for this posture. So you can place one underneath you. You can fold it up if you need to. Just sit on your bum. And then take the other pillow. Place it long ways again. The length of your spine. It may even help just to stack both of the pillows behind you. Whatever works best for you. Whatever's most comfortable. And then just start to walk your hands towards the back, towards the pillow behind you. And maybe if you can lay all the way on it. You don't have to come all the way down to your back if your body doesn't want you to do it today. So just listen to what the body says, okay? We'll just be here for just 2 minutes. But what we're doing is we're stretching the fronts of the legs, even the fronts of the feet. Remember to focus on your breath. There is a difference between pain and discomfort. It's a fine line sometimes, but if you're in pain, please do not go to that edge. If you're a bit uncomfortable, that's good. You're just challenging your body and challenging the mind at the same time. Your body's actually more capable of things than you give it credit for most of the time. And we're already halfway there, so just 1 more minute to go. Ten more seconds. And slowly, the way you got into this posture, slowly walk yourself back up. Remove the pillows. And then come down onto your stomach with your legs long behind you. Place your left hand underneath your shoulder, so your elbow's bent, and place the right arm out to the side. Tee it out to the side, palm face down. And then kick your left heel towards your left glute. Push into that left hand to roll onto your right side. Take the left foot down flat behind you with the knee pointing up to the sky. This is one of my favorites. It's really a good heart opener. So we're just going to hold here for, again, 2 minutes. And if you can't really feel the stretch in that right shoulder, walk your right hand up towards like the front of your mat. If you found yourself sitting behind a desk a lot lately or on the couch working from home or something, this is a really good stretch. We tend to start to curl and hunch our backs a lot in those postures. This is a good counter posture. Focus on the breath. Allow your body to surrender to the posture. And allow your mind to surrender to the breath. And slowly make your way back onto your stomach. Bring that left leg back around. And then rest your arms beside you and rest your right cheek to your mat. Just allow the blood to flow back into the right arm. And then we're going to come into it on the other side. So the right hand comes underneath your right shoulder. Your elbow is bent. The left arm tees out to the side, palm face down. Kick the right heel towards your right glute and push into the right hand to roll onto your left side. Take the right foot down behind you, flat on the floor. Knee is up to the sky on that right leg. And hold here for 2 minutes. And again, if you can't feel the stretch much on that left shoulder, walk the left hand up. We're halfway there. If you've noticed that the mind has started to go off into its own direction, bring it back to the breath. However best it is for you to focus. By counting or focusing on the area of the body where you feel the breath the most. And slowly again, make your way back onto your stomach. Bring the right leg back around. Place your left shoulder on your mat and relax your arms alongside you. And then bring your chin to center and push yourself up. This next one is something I've wanted to try even in our classes, but sometimes I don't know if there's enough space or how people will feel about it. But it's literally called legs up the wall pose. So if you can find a wall that doesn't have anything on it, if anyone has any issues, let me know and we can just move on. But you'll need your pillow for it. So I'm going to use this wall or this, door really, right here. And you're going to place the pillow nearly up against it. And then you're going to place your pelvis on top of the pillow. So you might have to kind of walk yourself close towards it. Like so. And then literally just put your legs up the wall as you lie down. So this is also another really good one for circulation. Or anyone who suffers from like varicose veins. This is really good. So I'm just going to wait for everybody to get situated because it does take a second since we have to move location. And again, your pelvis is on the pillow. That's nearly up against the wall. And then the legs go up. So you want to walk your bum as close to the wall as you can. It doesn't have to be fully touching, but as close as you can. So let's just hang here for 2 minutes. And your arms, your hands can rest wherever they're comfortable. I used to actually, when I was a server for many, many years, especially after double shifts, I would do this pose just to let the blood flow out of my legs because I've been standing all day. So if you ever find yourself standing a lot, this is a really good pose to counter that. And we're already halfway there. Find your breath again. And then slowly walk your feet back down the wall. Maybe roll over onto one side to come off the pillow and push yourself back up. Very good. Thanks for humoring me, you guys. I hope you feel the blood flowing back into the legs already. Fresh oxygenated blood. And then keep your pillow nearby. We're going to bring the legs out long in front of us. And then place your pillow on top of your legs. And we're just going to forward fold here. So you may or may not come fully down onto the pillow, but that's fine. It's just there to support you. And just relax your head and neck here for 2 minutes. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Set your pillow to the side. We're going to come back to it one more time. But first, let's come into down dog just to transition into the next posture. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, and send your hips up to the sky. And then lift your right leg up behind you. And find your half pigeon, or as they say in yin, swan. So the left leg is long behind you. The right knee is at the very edge of the right side of your mat. Right foot towards the left side of your mat. I like seeing dogs in the photos, in the pictures. And then sit up tall. Turn to look over the right shoulder to square the left hip. And make sure that the back foot is straight if you can see it. Then gaze to the front and find your sleeping swan. Relax your head and neck. Walk yourself down. 2 minutes here. We're already past the halfway point, so just check in with the mind, bring it back to the breath. And start to walk yourself up and find your down dog, however you need to get there. Maybe when you get there, you lift that right leg up, then straighten the leg, open up the hip, whatever you need to do to let the blood flow back in, and then place it back down. Now lift the left leg up and find your half pigeon or swan on this side. So the right leg is long behind you, the left knee is at the edge of the left side of your mat, left ankle towards the right side of your mat. Sitting up tall, let's gaze over the left shoulder, just square the right hip and make sure the back foot is straight. Look to the front and find your sleeping swan. For 2 minutes here. This one is a really big hip opener, where we store a lot of tension and emotions, even dating all the way back to childhood. If you find it uncomfortable, that's probably why. And both sides are different, remind yourself of that. We're already halfway there, so come back to your breath. And then start to walk yourself back up. And find your down dog once more. Maybe lift the leg, open up the hip, bend and straighten the knee. And place it back down. And come all the way down onto your mat. Grab your pillow. Similar to what we did earlier in fish pose, you're going to take the pillow lengthwise, like where your spine is going to go. But instead of the legs being long, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees open wide for Baddha Konasana legs. And then we're going to make it a Supta Baddha Konasana, which just means that you're on your back by laying down onto the pillow behind you. And again, you can allow your head to dip towards the back of the room. And just hold here for 2 minutes. Come back to the breath if the mind has started to drift. And then take your hands to the outsides of your knees and close your knees like a book. Roll. You can either stay on your back like this with the pillow, or just roll to one side and remove the pillow from underneath you. And find your final Shavasana. Lie down on your mat, legs long, and relax. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring movement into your fingers and toes with a wiggle. And take a full body stretch, arms above your head and point your toes. Hug your knees in and roll over onto your left side for fetal pose. Left bicep creates a pillow under your head. Shavasana represents the death of our practice, and fetal pose represents the rebirth into reality. So you may take what you learned about yourself and apply that to your daily life, especially in these times when all we can do is surrender to what is. With your eyes closed, push up to a cross-legged seated position for Sukhasana. And sit up tall when you get there. Find prayer above your head. And bring your hands to your third eye for kind thoughts about myself and about others. Bring your hands to your lips for kind words to myself and to others. And bring your hands to your heart for kindness and compassion for myself and for others. Bow forward to seal in your practice. Namaste.